Hey guys, welcome back to Grow and Cron. So we are currently on a weekend camping trip down in Steelville, Missouri. We have been capturing a few things along the way, and of course, as you can tell, it's raining, but we are doing our best and hanging out down by the river. So we hope you enjoy our adventure at Huzzah Valley in Steelville, Missouri. Steelville is about 5 hours from us, so if we are able to, we try to take off on a Thursday and as well as the following Monday, so we can make it a 5-day trip, because if you're going to drive that far, then we feel like, and pack the camper and do all the things, then making it a 4 or 5 day trip is much more worth it than just being down there for a couple of days and driving right back. So we always leave on a Thursday, and that gets us down there kind of before all the weekend crowd comes in. So we always take that first day to get set up, or really just mainly the afternoon, because by the time we even leave at 9 or 10 in the morning and get down there, we only have the afternoon to kind of play around. So we don't typically kayak that first day. We just go down and park by the river and play in the water, which is one of the things we love about Huzzah, is that you can do that. There's a few spots you can just go park your vehicle and play in the water, and there's lots of swimming holes and that sort of thing. So we've kind of found a few of those over the past few years that we've went and enjoy doing that on the first day and just kind of relaxing and getting vacation started.
Hold on. Wow, you need to open your mouth and smile. I want to eat your teeth. Eat your teeth.
It's not in my teeth. Hold on.
I know it's not in your teeth.
It's disgusting.
I bite too hard and it's biting now.
You get no money.
I bit its tail off.
That was not when you're done.
You don't have to eat that, Aubrey. That's terrible.
Eat it.
Yes. The next morning we got up and made breakfast and got everything packed for the day to go kayaking for the first time. So when you're there, you go up to the main store, and I didn't get great video, or I don't think I got any video of it, but it's a nice store where they have all kinds of stuff, anywhere from drinks to clothing to water shoes and that sort of thing. Anyhow, you go up there when you check in and you pay for your canoeing or kayaking, or they also have floating and that type of thing. So you pay for that ahead of time and then kind of sign up for when you're thinking you're going to go. And then you go up and park in what they call the day parking, and you just leave your truck there, hop on a bus, and they take you to whichever side of the river you're going on. We stick to the family side just because we have kids with us. We've not been on the other side. People have said it could be a little wild, so we just kind of stick to the other just because we have the kids. But it is a nice float, and the coolest part is they take you up on the bus and drop you off, and then your float or your kayaking trip ends at the campground. So you pull them back on, and there's people there to kind of help you put them away or do whatever. But it's just a seamless process, and kind of one of the reasons we don't take our own kayaks down, because it's just easier to rent, since you're paying for them to kind of take you up there and drop you off anyways. There's no sense in trying to get our kayaks into our camper and deal with that whole thing, since they don't fit in the fifth wheel. So anyhow, once you get down there, they have the kayaks lined up. You pick which one you want, put your coolers on, and it's a really easy get in and take out at this place. There's no trying to quickly exit. We've been on some rivers where you feel like if you miss the ramp to get out, you're gonna be backpedaling pretty hard. But this is pretty simple, and actually when we were there, the water was down a little bit lower than it has been in the past, so we did have to get out and walk a few spots, but nothing terrible at all. So one of the biggest draws for us down there is the clear water. And if you grew up or live anywhere near the Mississippi River, you'll truly appreciate that or understand that. It's just super cool to see all the little fish swim by and definitely see what's going on and as you're swimming in the water. Not something that we're used to here at home. So when we pack our coolers for the day, we pack lunches. We'll do like ham and cheese sandwiches or whatever, deer sausage and cheese or that sort of thing, just something simple. There's all kinds of little rock beaches that you can pull up on, take a break, and we typically look for a good one that has a swimming hole that you can just get out of the heat and the sun for a little bit and play and have lunch. So the girls had a blast with the GoPro and loved being silly. Also throw in a pair of goggles because again, that water's clear and the kids love it. So if you don't, they have those at the store, and actually we've bought a couple pair there before in the past too. So that's definitely something to keep in mind when you're down there, to grab a pair of those because it's a blast. This particular float trip takes around 6 to 7 hours, and of course that depends on how many stops you make and how long you play at each one. But it's a long enough day when you're out there, and especially if it's a full sunny day, you're kind of exhausted by the end. So like I said, takeout is super easy. You just get right back to the campground, and it's an easy get out, and you just pile your kayaks back up with all the rest of them, and people are there to kind of put them away for you, and then head back to your vehicle at the day parking and back to your camper. So it's pretty simple and a whole lot of fun. We always throw in our Blackstone when we're going camping, and actually we bought the Adventure series, which is a smaller one that has the lid. It's also the one we use at home, and we can easily cook for 5 to 7 people on it. And when I say we, I mean Aaron, because he's the one that does most of the cooking. But we made nachos on it, and they were really super simple, so good. And actually we made way too many for the 4 of us, but you just brown your meat on there, and then once that's done, of course you add taco seasoning, but once you're done, you lay down the tin foil, add on your cheese and queso and salsa if you want it. You could do other toppings like jalapenos and black olives or whatever you want to throw on there, but you close that lid and until the cheese melts, and it's a super simple supper to do either at home or camping, and we all really enjoyed it. The rest of the evening was spent at the camper, relaxing and playing an old marble game that I had from when I was a kid. Ella loves it, so we keep that in the camper, so we have something to do in the evening or on a rainy day. The next day was forecasted rain, so we didn't reserve any kayaks for that day like we had originally planned. We decided we were just gonna hang out for a while and have lunch at the camper and wait for it to clear up a little bit, and then go back down to where we could park and just play in the water for the day. We were afraid to rent kayaks and be out on the river and have a storm come in and not really have anywhere to go. So by just going down and playing again at the river, it saved us some money, as well as, gave us that reassurance that if we needed to head back to the camper, we could easily do that. We did have plenty of dry hours that day until it rained again on us. Then we decided we would head back and play some bags once it had dried up just a little bit, and ordered pizza. So one of the cool things down there also is that at their store, you can just go up there, order your pizzas, and they'll deliver it right to your campsite. So that was something kind of fun and just a neat treat for while we were camping. Our last full day there was on Sunday, and again, it's kind of nice to be able to stay and not leave until Monday because the campground starts clearing out a little bit on Sunday, and so it's not super busy, which is always nice. Our plan for that day was to go back down to that spot that we like to park at and just kind of play around and hang out for the day, relax. The girls used some tubes and floated around for a little bit. It did rain on us a little bit, but we had brought our pop-up tent, so we sat under that for a little while. Then the girls had seen a rope out of a tree that when we were kayaking through, so we drove around until we found that, and they had a ball playing with some other kids and jumping from the tree, and I'm glad we were able to find that because it just kind of gave them something else to do and was a lot of fun. Thank you for joining us today on a camping adventure in Steelville, Missouri. We'll be back on the farm next week, so be sure and hit that subscribe button to see what we're up to next.